guess the question with silver is it's outperformed gold year to date, actually, with a 31% return. And it does typically lag gold. But we seem to keep getting stuck as it keeps trying going past $33. The supply demand situation has been long talked about. We've spoken many episodes talking about on this channel. It's unsustainable, arguably until a higher silver price arrives. So, what's the chart telling you about silver right now, Florian?
Yeah, I think with silver, I call it a schizophrenic diva,
I like that.
because it's just such a small niche kind of market, and you have so weird moves, and it's
Right.
basically disappointing you all the time. But when it shows up, it's the king of the party, and or the queen of the party, I have to say. And it's the little brother of gold.
Yeah.
But then again, at some point, it outperforms everything.
Right.
It's the poor man's gold. It's a lot of things, and then again, it's been very difficult to hold on to it, even if you just bought it physically, right?
Right.
Not so much in the sense that I mean, you cannot get any margin calls or anything with the physical metal, but just like this constant disappointing, and you look and watch what's gold doing, and silver is not performing, then suddenly it shows up, runs crazy for a few days or weeks, and then it sells off everything that it just made. And so well, you have to accept it. And for example, I'm not trading silver for exactly those reasons. I'm just buying it physically, stacking it for the last 24 years already. And if you're doing this over a long-term time, then it's okay. So on this very much long-term chart here, so that's basically here where I started staking. This chart goes back to 1972. Because I think for silver, it's really important to understand the very, very, very big picture. So we've seen a 3 and something year cup and handle for Bitcoin. We've seen a 13-year cup and handle for gold, and it looks like the mother of all cup and handle is developing in the silver market. And it actually tells us that this will take even more time. So you need to really bring an extra portion of patience for silver. But you have this obviously double top at $50. This is the 1980 kind of high. This is 2011. And if you draw a cup and handle here, that's how it looks. And obviously we are in this handle here, and you just have to understand it takes time. I think silver is on the way to 50. Most likely it would fail here the first time. Maybe it needs to pull back. We have to see how long this handle in the end of the day will really be.
Right.
I think the proportions here are, it's actually a big handle already. So I think it's getting there. Maybe another 1, 2, 3 years, and we should break out here. And of course, if that happens, it will again unleash a lot of energy that has been compressed here over, I mean, we're talking 3, 4 decades. So I think if you, very basic technical stuff here, but if you take the depth of that huge cup, 30-year cup, and you put it onto the breakout level, it should take silver towards $100.
Right.
At least. And if you would take the handle here from, let's say, the Corona low around 11, it would already take us to $90. So $90 to $100 will be the next step after silver breaking out above $50. We're not there yet. It's still missing $18 or something. $18. So I think it will take time. I can see silver running higher towards maybe spring next year, reaching that $50 level. Most likely, first time, second time, so third time most likely will be a failure. And we'll see a pullback, and then the fourth or fifth times should bring the breakout. And again, this will take more time. And if we zoom in a little bit, this is the price action since the beginning of the year. You can see that silver did a double low in January and February, and then started this nice rally, and has been running against this 32.50 resistance here since basically spring. At the same time, we have a nice uptrend established. Not to worry about this at all. There's still a lot of room here. So any pullback will probably stop at the 50-day moving average or latest here at this uptrend. And there's also the 200-day moving average. So it's very much bullish aligned chart here. But the main takeaway is for the next few months, the next step, so to speak, the depth of this scanning triangle, if you put it on the breakout, you should see silver in the next step running towards 38-ish kind of dollars. And then maybe another pullback, maybe testing that kind of resistance, which we see right now, which then will be support. And then from there, probably in the last final spike, a vertical spike towards the end of this whole rally, it should take us to $50. So I'm also very optimistic for silver. I think we're going to see $50. But in the longer run, so everybody who's talking about 3-digit silver, I have to remind you, this will take much more time and you have to be patient.
Right. Yeah, it'd take a lot longer to resolve, for sure. Okay.
Quick break here, guys. Today's episode is brought to you by Coppernico Metals. Now, regular viewers of my channel will be familiar with the entrepreneur behind Coppernico. His name is Ivan Bebek. Now, although a young man in this business, Ivan's already created tremendous value for his shareholders in the past, namely with Caden Resources, which he sold to Agnico Eagle, and Keegan Resources, which became a mine now owned by Galliano Gold. Now, Ivan has surrounded himself with expertise from BHP, Newmont, and Barrick on his board at Coppernico Metals. Check out coppernicometals.com. Now back to the interview.
So we've also been highly vocal on this channel about the opportunity presented by silver mining stocks in light of this forecasted rise in the silver price. And we do believe it's going to happen. Core Mining, $1.7 billion acquisition of Silvercrest this month. First Majestic acquiring Gatos Silver a few weeks ago. This is a great sign, this increased merger and acquisition activity. So does the technical picture reflect that, or is it not taking that into account?
Yeah, I'm super bullish on the silver mining stocks. So we have seen gold running higher now for 2 years. I think now the mining stocks have started to follow. I think silver also, but they are both lagging, and we know that silver will come to the party. It just comes late, and when it comes with full force. So this will happen. And if silver goes to $50, some of those silver mining stocks will explode and go 5x, 10x from where they are right now. And this can happen until next spring. You have to understand that generally speaking, 80% of the time mining stocks go sideways or lower. And that's not the time where I personally want to be invested, to be very honest. I'm more of a momentum guy. And I want to be in those 20% of time when these stocks go nuts. And I think we are in that period right now. And it will happen over the next few weeks and months. So you need to get in quickly, and you also need to get out quickly. So this usually is not a long-term buy and hold kind of investment, which we all wish for, right? But it's not. So going in quickly means the train has left the station already. You need to get on board no matter what. You cannot wait for big pullbacks anymore. Getting out quickly means once you see silver spiking higher, outperforming gold like crazy, showing up for the last few weeks, going to $50, maybe even an overshoot to $55, who knows. That's the time where you probably need to take at least a large part of your investment off the table and realize those profits. Because otherwise you might find yourself in a 1 or 2 year pullback, which then means you will give back most of the profits in these mining stocks. So that's something generally that I needed to say here. But the silver miners are looking good. They had a similar setup like the GDX. So we had a low in October, and they made not really a low, but still came back to those lows. And that was the starting signal, basically. And since then, yeah, we have a nice uptrend established here. Looks generally speaking bullish, but you can also see there is an uptrend here or a resistance. It could be also a wedge here, the larger silver mining stocks. But we still have more room here. And let's see if silver really goes banana, then, I mean, this can still break out here to the upside. So again, I think some of those silver mining stocks are destined to see massive returns over the next few weeks and months. What is bullish? little pullback here. Immediately, buyers came back in with a new buy signal, so that's bullish. The same is true for the junior silver miners. Again, here tested that bottom from October again in late February, and since then, clear rally higher. Again, looks like a little bit like a wedge here. We have to see if they can break out to the upside. I assume more likely they will break out to the upside. Overall, it's looking bullish here. No reason to say anything else at the moment.